Sorry. Okay. No problem. So we'll record it from here. So here you have a button called audio overview. And here's the edit option here, small edit option. You can click on that. So this is a podcast format where this entire 624 pages, there's a boy and girl, or there's a girl and girl, or a boy and boy talking to each other. They're just talking, chit chatting over coffee and talking के अच्छा मैं इनकम टैक्स आया है आपको क्या लगता है? On the other side there is a guy who tells के अच्छा मेरे को लगता है 12 लाख exemption limit बहुत अच्छा है. Then the other person says नहीं नहीं मेरे को लगता है कि 12 लाख exemption limit बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया है. एक साथ 7 से 12 नहीं करना. So like this entire 624 pages can be done into a podcast, audio. If you want this podcast only to remain for a certain topic, that is also the bonus. If you have any freshers and they are not very well versed with English or something, and you want them to be trained in Hindi or in Kannada, that also you can do. So there's an option for choosing the language, right? You can just scroll and you can type Hindi. Hindi is also available. Kannada is also available, and they are bringing in many more languages as well. But that is all we need: Hindi and Kannada and English. And then, what is the type of, for example, a few of us here like to understand something very deeply, and a few of us here we want to know an overview of what is happening in the market. So here we have 4 options again. Whether we want a deep dive into the topic, or we want a brief understanding of what is actually there in the document, or we want a critique of what's wrong, for and against, even that is possible. Or if you want a debate on certain topic that somebody tells that somebody is for and somebody is against, even that is possible. So whatever you choose the format, in that format your audio will be created. You can also choose duration depending on your training hours. For example, if you are training for half an hour, so you can make sure that this goes on for half an hour, or you want it only for 15 minutes, even that can be done. So what it does, if you choose 15 minutes, is short duration is only for that much time, whatever is relevant, or it will only cover, let's say, head topics. Once you choose a little longer time, it will cover the subtopics. Once you choose even longer time, it will cover the subtopics. So like that, it by default understands. And if you come down, it is telling what should the AI host focus on in this episode. So here you can actually put in what you want. Let's say you are only talking to startup accountancy students or let's say tax practitioners. You can talk with the lens. You are talking to startup accountants. So they know they set the bar. Right? They will talk little technically or talk to businessmen. So now they know they can't put sections all the time. They have to talk something generic. Right? So we have to tell the host, the AI host, of who actually the audience is, and accordingly we'll create the audio for us. So let's click on generate. I'll click on short duration so that it is generated soon. I'll click on generate. So if I come down, even this starts getting generated. Everyone click on generate. Okay, I have the old audio here. I'll just play it for you. Can you see this old audio here? 22 hours ago. I was practicing for this session. It's the same document. I'll just click on play. So this is audio is not audible to everyone, is it? Okay. How do I fix this? 1 second. Audio is not audible. You switch on the mic. You switch on the mic. Okay. I'll get it. I'll pause it here. Now I'll play it in Hindi, which I had created some time back. So I got it. How it works. And this was this. Now, if you want a boy and girl talking and you like that format, you can do that. If you want a boy and boy talking, girl and girl talking, or any format you want, you can do that. If you want, if there is something which you want to entertain your kids on, or your nephew or niece on, and you want kids talking to each other, you can do that. If there's a content, something related to that. So it will automatically pick the deliverable that you have chosen, and it will give the content in exact deliverable that you have asked. So this is about audio. Now coming down, there's an option called mind map. All of you can see this mind map. Just click on that. It is generating mind map. Oh, I clicked thrice. You can just click on mind map once. It's here. I'll just open this. Yeah. You can just see the screen. It will be the same for all of us. So it is creating mind map. Is used basically when we are trying to convert the entire topic into let's say pie charts or flow charts or diagrams or something like that. So here you can see in income tax bill, these are the 7 main topics: basis of charges, heads of income, deductions and relief, tax administration, and all of that. Here, let's say I want to only know about heads of income, nothing else. Even only that is relevant to me. I'll just click on this here. It opens into 5 heads that we have: salaries, income from HP, profits and gains, business, capital gains, income from other sources. It's visible on screen. Next, if I want to switch on the fan. No. If you want to know only about profit and gains of business, I'll click here and we can see what are the topics covered. So like this, we can create mind map by which it's very easy for us to register the entire topic into our minds. And with this, it becomes very easy because these are in the format of branches. We exactly know what is connected to what and what are the subtopics where exactly we should focus on. So this is how mind map works. And wherever you have some format where you share with client whatever are the changes and these are something which you have to look into. Mind maps are a beautiful tool because it gives clients a good understanding because they're not very technical sound. So when we give it as a diagram, it's very easy for them to analyze the entire. Is it good? Is it helpful? If you can have some reply in the chat box. Is it helpful? If anybody can reply in the chat box. Perfect. Perfect. Right. We will go to the next part. Okay, and we can download this pie chart also, app also, and we can share it across to anyone who need it. Next point, we have reports. Just click on reports once, or you can just see the screen. I'll show it to all of us. So here, if you are in a position where you actually have to, let's say, brief it to some technical audience. Let's say you have to brief it to chartered accountants on what has changed from the previous income tax act to the current income tax act. So you can upload both the documents here. You can ask it to create a report on what are the changes in income from house property in 1961 versus 2025, which is presentable to our audience. So here it's again asking us what is the format we want it in. Do we want a study guide? Do we want a blog post? Do we want a briefing document? If you're creating content, this is helpful for you. This is very helpful because we exactly know the concise version of the entire stuff of what is relevant and what should go out as the content. And then if you want it as a compliance brief, a policy memorandum, and all of that, I'll just click on one. Let's say I'll click on topic overview. I'll click on this. It is creating a report.
So, just and reliable, we can play on this notebook LLM.
Okay. So one beautiful thing of notebook LLM is it does not hallucinate, because by design it is instructed to only read from document. It is not reading from web. Now, the question related to income tax 1961, it will tell sorry, I don't know. Okay.
Not only what is in the document that there is.
Yeah. So now, since you have not uploaded income tax in 1961, it will straight away tell you that I don't know this. Okay. What happens in ChatGPT is whether it knows or it doesn't know, it will just go online, whatever is the online available document link, whatever, it will read it and it will bring it to you. Right? But notebook LLM, it's mainly based on research and analysis. So you just want to focus on a concise 50, 100, 200 pages document, and you want to list down, concise the topics on that hand. So this is one beautiful part of using Notebook LLM over using ChatGPT or any generic AI. Here, the report is getting generated. Okay, so the video is ready. We'll just play the video. So it took us like 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, I'll just play this video. Oh, Look at the.
Sir, audio is not audible.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, no.
Were you all able to see the video or listen to the video? Okay, I'll anyways attach the video also here, so all of you can download it. I've attached the video in chat also, so all of you can download it at your end. So like this, the point I was telling is, whenever we want to present anything to our clients and we're not sure Video is not audible. So I'll share it here in the chat. It's too lengthy, so you're not able to see it. It's uploaded. Okay, it's uploaded. You can download it and you can watch it. Okay, we are back. I was stuck. Am I audible now? Can anyone confirm? Yes, perfect. Thank you, Irena sir. So the point I was making is, if we have limited time, we can actually ask the tool to create video exactly for that much time, and we can give some instructions. We can give some instructions. We can give some instructions on what is the format we want, who is the audience, or let's say if it is a technical person and they don't want to see a lot of diagrams, that is possible. And if there is a fresher or a new joinee and they are good with diagrams, you can give an instruction of what kind of video you want, and that will be delivered to you. So this is about video, audio, uh, reports, and mind map. Next, we have flashcards. So I'll click on flashcards. It will just generate quickly. So here, let's say we want to let's say topic. Next, we want to cover one by one all the topics, and we want to create some flashcards which can be easy to memorize or easy to remember. So we can also create flashcards here. It will just take a couple of minutes to create. It's very good for content creation as well. Where you want to create flashcards, you can share over LinkedIn or Instagram or YouTube, wherever you want to create videos. So all the good amount of videos what we're seeing online today, majority of the content is already getting created by AI, and there's nothing wrong in it because our expertise is not into creating content. It's about delivering it in the right format and making sure that it reaches the right audience. So I guess it's a wonderful tool. We will wait for flashcards to get generated. Next is quiz. So I did a workshop in a city called Bijapur. There in the audience there was a headmaster. They said they were paying after seeing this tool. They said whenever they had this exams and all, they were hiring some third party to create quizzes. Okay, from the same topic, they were creating quiz for 10th standard students, for 9th standard students, and they were giving question papers. Right, and for that per chapter, they were paying some 300 rupees, 400 rupees. So like you can imagine, there's so many chapters in every language, in every subject. And there's so many classes, so they were losing a lot of money on this. And then I showed this tool to them. And they really, after seeing the results, they thought it's very useful for them. And the same day, probably they could do it all by themselves and not hire some. So quiz is a beautiful thing where you want to train the team and also evaluate their understanding. Where they're just nodding you or when they're actually listening to you and they've understood your content is what you can check in the quiz part. Okay, flashcards are ready. I'll click on flashcards. I'll zoom it here only so that all of us can see. Yeah. It's good. How many flashcards do we have? There's a number there. There are 169 flashcards. It did not even take 169 seconds, I feel. Right? So you can see it's a wonderful flashcard, you one by one, and it is all Instagrammable. So the format is exactly square, one by one. You can just download this and upload it in Instagram, and it will take it for you. And in Instagram, if you have a limit of, let's say, you can put only 10 in at a time or something, you can give it the instructions and you can tell it what to do. If you don't like black color in the background, you can tell that. If there's a certain font which you've used, which you've been using in all your posts, and you want that font only should be used, you can give that. If you want your Instagram handle to be there in the top right corner or bottom left corner or bottom middle, you can give that instruction also, it will pick it up. All in all, if you want to grow your content creation journey, this is a tool that you have to definitely look for. And forget Instagram or something, even if you're sharing it to your clients, let's say you have CST clients for whom you file CST returns, and you want to create some content which is shareable to them, have a WhatsApp broadcast or a group or something, you can create content here and you can start sending it to them. This is about flashcards. And next we have quiz. I'll just click on edit button here. I want to show you some settings we have in quiz. Yeah. So here we want the students to pass or fail. Depending on that, you can choose the level of difficulty. You can keep it easy, medium, or hard, depending on what you want them to do. And the number of questions, if you want fewer questions, if you want standard format, if you click on more, there are too many questions that it can pop up. I'll click fewer and I'll click easy and I'll just click on generate because we want it to generate quickly. So you will see, and I have not given any instructions, so it will generate quiz on entire 624 pages document. Now, if you talk about income tax on house property only, and you give the instructions, it will create quiz only on that one topic. So it becomes very easy for you to evaluate the person whether they have understood or they just not. So it's just taking some time. Till then, I'll cover the next two. Infographic, like these are in the beta version. Currently, we might not see the full-fledged version of it, but I'll give you a brief of it. Here you can see exactly of in terms of percentages, pie charts, and all of that, which is more pictorial representation of the entire income tax bill. So the quiz is ready. I'll click on it. Yeah. So a unique number. Okay, I have to charge. You can just read the questions there till I. Okay. So you can see, according to clause 76 of the bill, what is composition of a PAN? Unit number with 12 letters. Yeah, like this we have 6 questions now because we have selected easy. We're able to answer. If we say
We didn't know which was that class.
right. We didn't know which was the clause.
Answer we knew. Question we didn't.
True. So, but this is a wonderful tool. Don't you think so? Like we got 6 questions. It's fun to teach in this format to anybody. I just close this and next. And they would not like images, they would not like text, percentages and colors and all of that. Then this is something that we have to choose. So all these formats are actually basically telling the same stuff, but in a different narrative. The narrative depends on the audience. The audience is technical, you need some other narrative. The audience is light, you need some other narrative. The audience is beginner, you need other narrative. So this was about the tool. Now I'll quickly firstly, before I go to the presentation, what I have to summarize this, I want to know from all of you, is this helpful to you? I just go to virtual audience also. Okay. So, is this helpful to all of you? You can also reply in the chat box. Or if you think of any use case. Bishop sir is saying yes. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir, what is the use case you think this is useful?
Manish, thank you. Actually, this is very much useful for me, especially. Why? Because every week we used to take the seminar training sessions to our staff, and I used to use the Gemini for generating the presentation. But what the features you have shown in this is very much unique and very much useful, especially that mind map you showed. No, that will be very easy for us to explain the content what is in the PDF. Usually, what I used to do is standards or accounting standards or accounting standard raw data, and I used to generate the Gemini PDF. But this would be a very good thing to present before our employees, so that they will get a good idea about the standards. Thank you.
Yeah, 100%. Also, another use case what I when I was discussing in one of our office really all these legal agreements that we get from clients, like sir, I have given this on rent and they have sent this agreement, can you just vouch it for us? You don't really know, okay, what to vouch. And plus the client doesn't pay for it, right? And the agreement runs up to 100 pages, and client expects us to read it word by word and tell if there is anything that we have to actually notice. So even in that case, this is very helpful. We can just upload the agreement. You can tell, please tell me 5 points, or please tell me some points. I'm the owner of the property, and this is the agreement I've received from the tenant. Please tell me some points which I have definitely looked into. It will summarize for you. It will tell you, wait, probably you look into this clause which is talking about giving it into subletting it, or into this clause which is talking about doing the maintenance after they leave the property, something like that. So, I guess in that format also, wherever clients are sharing us some document and expect us to vouch it completely, and plus they are not paying for it. So we can use these AI tools where we can use it into a beautiful format. We can ask. So now I'll just go to my presentation, which is just a run through to summarize what we have learned today. Yeah, presentation is visible. Okay. What do you need? Yes. Okay, I'll just summarize. My screen is okay. So what we learned today is first is video learning, where we saw that we can create videos out of the content that we have. Then we saw audio podcast. We can create our own podcast. Then we saw visual mind map. My personal favorite is visual mind map because it gives a lot of clarity in a very brief time. Then we saw statistical reports. Then we saw statistical reports where we can create reports. Then we saw content flashcards which are relevant for you to create content and share it to your team or your clients or your social media. Then we saw about the training quizzes. There are 4 types of learning styles across the globe. So this tool is actually covering all these 4 styles. First is visual learners who actually like to learn visually. So videos and mind maps are for them. Then there are auditory learners. Podcast and audio is for them, where they can just listen to it while they're traveling or something. Anybody who is in Bangalore or any metro who is traveling a lot, probably this is the best thing for them. Then we have kinesthetic learners, where it should always be Q&A. There should be interaction. Only then they register everything in their mind. So this is a kind of learning because in the school, the teachers will say A and the students reply as A because the children are always kinesthetic in learning. Even that is getting covered. And then there are reading learners who are good with reports and flashcards. So this is about learning style, and like I told you, global accessibility. So multiple languages we can talk, we can create this content in, and we can share it in across our social media. So this is about today's presentation, and I guess with this you can transform your practice at a great level because day in day out we have too many PDFs and Word documents and Excel coming in, and you can really use this tool for a better cause and to save the most precious asset that all of us have, which is with this I end my talk. Thank you. I'm open to doubts. If anybody has any queries regarding the tools, I use this tool multiple times. So if you have any queries, I would love to take them up. Anybody has any? I'll share the link to this tool also in the chat box for those who are joining late. Name of the tool I'll share in the chat box.
I just wanted to know whether there are any more tools available for bookkeeping and accounting entries.
Any more tools? There is a tool, right? Tally is a tool, as in I am not understanding your exact query. Rishabh, sir, can you repeat?
What I'm asking is like you said, notebook LM, where it can be used in our daily lives for summarizing the data or for quizzing us or for making any presentation and flashcards. So, can I use this tool in accounting and how can I use it? Bookkeeping of my
So
clients.
accounting, okay. Okay. So this tool is more of an analysis point of view, research point of view. For accounting per se, I don't see a direct use case. But obviously, if you have any agreements or something on which you have to ask of what kind of entries do I pass based on this agreement. So it might also give you, and you also upload some accounting standards. It might give you an nice understanding of how do you treat it in your accounting books of accounts. Not show you the exact entry to be passed, but it can analyze and tell you whether this should be an asset or it should be, let's say, income or expense or liability or something like that. You can do that through the tool. This is an analytic tool. But if you're asking, is there any AI tool for maintaining books of accounts free of cost or something? There is one beautiful tool called Frappe. I'm just writing it here. So this is a free tool. It's an open source tool. Anybody who wants to use it can use it. You can design your own tool and you can use it. So if you're asking about a free tool for accounting through AI, this is a tool. Otherwise, you have Tally, you have Zoho, then you have growth partners. So you can reach out to us and we can onboard you into any of these tools. Any other questions, anybody? Yeah, we have tried Hindi, which understanding Hindi then Kannada also comes. So earlier, when I first used this tool, English, Hindi, Kannada, only English was there. Hindi, Kannada, it was not understood. It was blabbering. It would give answer, but some random answer. Now it is specifically given as a language to select. So that means it is working fine. This is free. This is powered by Google and this is free. I don't think so. This tool has a limit. Initially, when I checked, it didn't have a limit, but now that I've told it in the meeting, if everyone uses, so currently we are the product. Yeah. Correct. But I guess even in the free version now, I have uploaded so many documents. So whenever we want to, like for example, we are partners at some huge documents. Okay, let's say new release has come in 7.0. Huge documents they'll send us and they'll ask us to read. Okay, we don't have so much time to read. So we upload the document here and we like with that history it knows what we do. It will exactly summarize what we do. Here, there are 3-4 points on which we focus. One is the commercials. Second point is what is changed from the previous version. New point is what is exciting to the customer. So we ask such questions and it gives us the answer and it is good for us. So we have been using it for a long time and till now it has not asked us to pay. So I guess it's a pretty much free tool. Anybody else has any queries? Yeah. We have seen 5 minutes video. That are not correct. But there is another better tool for that. It's called EMILY. EMILY. I'll also put it in the chat box if anybody wants to try EMILY. You know what it does? Like we are talking about podcast. Very free. Okay. It does, but we are not free. So we want to summarize everything. It will listen to the entire video for you. It will summarize it. Right? Whether you need entire let's say budget or something, and you tell that now I want this as a document. Then it will give the document. So recently Elon Musk interviewed Nikhil Kamath interviewed Elon Musk. You want this to be published somewhere, the entire interview. You don't have to listen and type and write nothing. You have to just go to Emily and type that can you just give this to me in a complete narrative, and it will give you Nikhil Kamath ask these questions. Elon Musk answer this. Nikhil Kamath laugh. It will give you so much detail that we can use it in anything. Other than this, do we have any other questions? I hope it was a good learning session to all of you. So I'll, yeah. If there's no other question, then we can probably wrap up. There's some question. No. Okay then. I guess we are good to go. We'll just wrap up today's session. I once again thank other chapter of Chartered accountants to join physically and also virtually, and also other members who joined today to the meeting. And I hope this tool is useful to you. And we will be coming back every Saturday around 6:30 to learn something new about AI or any of the tools or technologies that we have, and we'll take it forward. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. Now we break for snacks. Thank you.
Only for
Only for physical attendance. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Kiran sir, Jay Kishan sir, who's sitting very far. Can we have a video on? We'll just click a picture. Everyone, video on. Can we have a video on? Who else is left? Okay. 3 people are left. Are okay. Nataraj sir, you're not visible here. Now you are visible. Jay Kishan is very far away. I just okay. इधर से ले लो ना वीडियो जैसे बराबर है फोटो हाँ आई वन सेकंड क्लिक please. Thank you everyone for joining, and I hope 30 minutes or 45 minutes that we were together, it was really valuable.